Want to fly business class without spending a fortune? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I booked a business class flight for a fraction of the cost using a surprisingly small number of air miles, no consultants, no pricey memberships, just smart strategy. Hi, my name is Yolanda. I recently retired from my corporate career and now I spend my time traveling and picking up new hobbies. I'm always looking out for ways to save on travel and sharing that with other travelers. If you're flying internationally, such as from the US to Europe or Asia, business class makes a huge difference. We're talking lie flat seats, priority boarding, lounge access, gourmet meals. Wondering if those viral travel hacks actually work? Stick around. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. First, let's talk about the truth behind earning miles. Most business class award flights from the US to Europe cost over 100,000 miles just one way for one person. So how do people earn that many miles? Well, some fly constantly for work and others rely on credit card points. But here's the catch. Most cards only give you 1 point per dollar on regular spending. Even the better ones might offer 2 or 3 points per dollar in select categories like dining or travel. So do the math. At 1 point per dollar, that's $100,000 in spending. At 3 points per dollar, you're still looking at $33,000. And that's just for one-way ticket in business class. That kind of spending could take months or even years of regular purchases. Who has time to wait that long for one flight? There's got to be a smarter way, and I'm about to show you exactly what I did. Step 1. Start with a dream flight search. Start by researching your ideal flight. I like to begin with Google Flights. It's great for quickly spotting price trends and seeing which airlines fly your preferred itinerary. I also use Kayak and Skyscanner for research. Each tool gives you a slightly different angle. Some are better for spotting deals, others for checking fare classes or hidden city stops. Here's a tip. Don't skip connecting flights. They're often hundreds of dollars cheaper than direct flights, and you still get the full business class experience, lounge access, priority boarding, lie flat seats, the whole thing. For my recent trip, I needed to book 2 one-way business class tickets from Barcelona back to Atlanta, Georgia. So I started by checking the cash prices online. And let me show you what I found. The average price, over $6,000 for 2 one-way tickets. Yep, you heard that right, one way. For my Barcelona to Atlanta flight, British Airways offered one of the best business class options, decent connection times, and a much lower fare compared to the others. It checked all the boxes, so that's the airline I went with. Step 2. Book directly with the airline. Here's a tip that can save you a lot of stress. Whether you're using miles or paying cash, it's almost always better to book directly with the airline. I know it can be tempting to use third-party sites that promise cheaper fares, but booking direct gives you some real advantages. You'll get better customer service if your flight gets delayed or canceled. It's easier to make changes to your flight, and you're more likely to keep your seat upgrades or special requests. Some airlines even give you small bonuses like extra miles, free seat selection, or waived fees just for booking on their site. On the British Airways website, I used the Book with Avios feature to search for award flights. For my booking, I needed 220,000 Avios points, plus around $1,000 in taxes and fees for 2 one-way business class tickets. But there were also flexible options that required fewer miles if you're okay with paying a bit more out of pocket. Since I had just booked a previous flight with British Airways, my Avios balance was almost wiped out. But here's where it gets good. Both my husband and I had points saved up on our Capital One Venture One credit cards. Capital One makes it super easy to transfer points. They partner with 17 different airline programs, and luckily British Airways Avios is one of them. So we transferred our points over from Capital One to Avios at a 1-to-1 ratio, which means we didn't lose any value in the transfer. Every point counted. Another tip. If you have a rewards card like Capital One, check their transfer partners before booking. You might have more options than you think. So here's what we did. My husband and I each transferred 55,000 Capital One points into my British Airways Avios account, a total of 110,000 points. We did it in 2 steps. First, my husband transferred his Capital One points to my account, and then we moved those points into my Avios account. Quick and easy. But even after the transfer, we were still 110,000 Avios short of what we needed, and this is where it gets really interesting. British Airways offers a feature called Avios Boost, which lets you top up your account for a small fee. You can boost your balance by 1x, 2x, or even 3x, depending on how many points you need. This is a huge game changer if you're just shy of the points needed for an award flight. We use the Avios Boost feature to double our balance, bringing us up to the 220,000 points we needed to book both business class tickets. So for 220,000 Avios points, plus about $1,000 in taxes and fees, and another $1,300 to boost our points, we got 2 one-way business class seats from Barcelona to Atlanta. Total out of pocket, just over $2,300. Compared to the $6,600 cash price, that's a huge win. So that's how we turned an over $6,000 business class cost into a $2,000 win. I hope you found this helpful and maybe even picked up a few ideas for your own travel plans. What strategies or hacks do you use to score business class flights? Drop them in the comments. I love learning from fellow travelers. And if this video helped you out, give it a like. It really supports my new corner. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next travel video. In the meantime, enjoy the Journey 10X.